Today we're going to install one of the coolest storage solutions from Mountains to Metal. It's not going in my car.
Going in mine.
I'm Sean.
I'm Jill.
A very spoiled Jill. This is 151 Garage. What we have here is what's called the attic shelf from Mountains to Metal. What this does is it takes place up in the upper portion of the roof behind the roll bar. Now, if anybody knows anything about storage, that area is pretty much useless because you can't really fit anything that high just because of the opening itself. This right here makes it possible to put that to use, finally. Yeah. Way to go. We'll go ahead and take this inside and show you just how the brackets go on, because we aren't going to remove the hardtop, even though you can. They say you're able to put it together without removing the hardtop if you don't need to. So we're going to test that. Okay, before we go ahead and install this in Jill's vehicle, I will show you just how the brackets go together. Now, these brackets right here are the brackets that go on the side. They're easily visible when I install them, and I'll show you how those go during the installation process. These brackets right here are the ones that are going to have a visibility issue for the camera. Now, as you can tell, you have a left and a right side. These right here, the holes that are on top of the roll bar, they are going to be hard to see. You do have supplied hardware that will be able to install with the top on. They are short bolts. They will be able to fit through here and install it. Now, as you can tell, you have a tab right here. There is a hole on the side right here for that. There's one on either side. You can go ahead and put them in. There you go. Now, the installation process for these are put on one, just put on one bolt. That way it will angle out. You'll put on this into the tab, and then you'll put the other one on and then slide everything up. You will need an extra set of hands, helper, so forth. And you'll slide this up, put the other bolt in, and then put the remainder of the hardware in the top. Once you get them tightened, you can go ahead and torque them down and ready to go. Like I said, it is going to be hard to see this when you install it, so that's why I'm showing you now. That way you go through the process here on the table versus try to explain it out on the vehicle. Again, it does come with all the hardware, as well as a sticker, and this is basically just a pamphlet. It does have the QR code for the installation process and stuff like that. So we'll go ahead and head out there and go to install. There is a sequence for some of this stuff, especially the hardware for the brackets that go on the side. I will show you out there. Now they're out here, I'll go ahead and show you how the brackets go. The brackets are situated such as this, with the tab facing this way. You have the little bumper right there, and also the little tab sticking out right here. This is actually what holds it up, and I'll show you once we get it in what it hooks to on the rack itself. Now, it does go into this bolt right here and this bolt right here, so it does go like that. Before you do that, you do have two washers, two bolts, and a thumb screw. Now, take one of the bolts, put it in the washer, put it through the first bracket, put the nylon washer, Teflon, whichever, put the second bracket on, and now you can go ahead and start putting the bolt in. Then you have the second bracket. No washers. Then you have the thumb screw. Thumb screw just goes in there just to hold it all together. may need to adjust a little bit once everything gets up there, but we'll worry about that when we get the rack up. Let me go grab the rack and show you how that's installed. Okay, so what we came up with, the easiest solution to install this is take these brackets, one on one side, one on the other, put the rear bolt in, and then push the bracket out this way. Once you get these in, you can put this rack in one of the holes, push it, then push the other side, line it up, and then you can put the forward bolts in. So let's go ahead and give that a shot and show you just how it's done. Easiest way to reach it is through this side. Leave it a little bit loose, push it all the way till it touches that. Let's go ahead and switch to the other side. Now all these are pushed outward. Okay, now that you have that done, go ahead and install the rack. Line up one side, make sure everything is up high. Slide it in a little bit. Slide this side in. Now you can go and install the forward bolts, which we will do on the inside because I can't reach them from back here. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I don't know if you can see it. There's a, right here is one of the bolts. Yeah, you can see it, silver end right there. So that's the forward one. It's not as hard to get to as the one in the very back. Once you get the back lined up, it's real easy to line that up. It just drops right in. I'll go ahead and tighten the rear one. Like I said, you'll have to adjust it a little bit as needed to line up this with these right here. So we'll go ahead and adjust that real quick. That side, once you got it in, so this right here fills up an area that you're never going to use unless you have something such as this. This is actually pretty neat. Now, I do have to say, I watched them kind of mess around with it. I also talked to Destination Bigfoot Bronco. I'll link his Instagram down below. He has all this stuff. He went through and showed me all the stuff he had. This right here was one of the things that I absolutely had to have for her vehicle. This is the vehicle we will do a lot of road trips in. This right here, pull one side, pull the other, comes down. There you go. Tighten these back up. Nice, I like it. So we had the opportunity to meet these guys at Bronco Super Celebration East. That's where we bought this, as well as the tailgate limiter we put on Monday on Ben. Really nice people. They came out, they had a whole bunch of stuff out there. They had 3 vehicles that were on display.
At least 3.
At least 3, as well as Destination Bigfoot Bronco was there. Now, I was trying to get his vehicle, but he was always going out on a trip. I'll get his vehicle next time. You better be there. Anyways, the one thing with these is it only fits the 2021 and up, meaning anything made very early, like Ben, it doesn't fit. And the reason it doesn't fit is because these holes that we put these brackets in doesn't exist on Ben. It was too early. Later on, they put on the, I guess the
hardtop conversion.
And that's when they ended up putting all the same rib nuts and stuff like that. Although I think I have a way I can do it because I do have a rib nut set. I'm gonna try later on to make a template off of this or my vehicle to see how hard it would be to install my own rib nuts in that one and see if I can get this for the dogs, because this would be perfect for the dogs. Their gear is up high, it's out of the way, it's not gonna be down or underneath. I don't have to worry about them bumping into it or getting into it.
And best thing is the holes are not big enough for them to like bite through, so they can't pull it.
Yeah.
So if we put like blankets or whatever up here, they can't yank it through the holes.
Let me also state the system of holes and, you know, cutouts and stuff like that is actually kind of neat, because the way they had it, they had a lot of stuff bolted in there. So not only do you have, here, let's drop this down real quick. Not only do you have like the big squares right here, it's right here, you have the little holes that are in between all the squares that actually are pretty useful too. If you want to bolt anything up there, you can have the brackets, put them up there, and it's perfect.
And you can use that as a molly panel.
Yeah, molly panel and stuff like that. So there's a lot of mounting points and solutions just on this thing itself, as well as all their other stuff.
Oh yeah.
They're absolutely, it's got a lot of neat stuff. My vehicle, when the sub box is done and the wiring's done for the back, I do plan on putting a lot of systems in there, probably from these guys, because their system all interlinks with each other, and it doesn't require you to drill any holes or mount things to panels or anything like that. Mine is Ben. Ben is an exception. If I have to drill holes in it, that's because of me. That's just because it's an early Bronco.
Yeah, he's super early.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the soft top, hard top conversion because he's so early. He's like one of the first ones off the line.
Yeah.
And as far as Mountains2Metal, they really thought out how everything was going to lay out in the vehicle, so really nothing is going to interfere with anything. Now, as far as this tray sitting in the driver's seat, you do not see it. It does not even remotely go anywhere near your line of sight.
Yeah.
It's flush, it's sightless, honestly.
So if you're worried about being in your line of sight,
it won't be. Not unless
don't
you
worry about
hang
it.
a whole bunch of stuff out of, off the bottom of it.
Unless it's dropped down, it won't block your view for anything. Your tire is going to be in the way more than this thing will.
Yeah.
So, anyways, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, check out Destination Bigfoot Bronco.
As well as Mountains2Metal.
As well as Mountains2Metal. Yeah, they are going to be, I believe, at
the Stampede.
The Bronco Stampede up in Pigeon Forge.
Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, August 16th and 17th.
Yes.
Yeah.
We
don't know if we're going yet.
We are going to SEMA though. See you next video. Bye.